fixing my camera. Alright, so really quick vlog, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. Um, I just felt like I needed to say this because just kind of rant, whatever. I don't know. I feel, especially with like recent ranked games, and I don't know why it's only in ranked because maybe just more people are out for the win, but I feel like a lot of people think that League isn't a team game. And let me explain this really quick. When I was playing with everybody, like Tsunami, Rengar, especially the solo lanes, they were all out for the lane, and their main goal was the lane. And when you play that way, you just it doesn't help. It may help you. You may get fed. You may get lots of kills, whatever. But who's not to say they're not even like getting kills, but they're sneaking dragons. They're getting vision control. They're outplaying you on a level of just kind of map control. And you may have 10 kills and no deaths and 7 assists, or it's probably 10 kills because you're not assisting shit. But that ain't gonna be nothing when you get stunned up, locked up, killed, bursted instantly, and that's it. That's the end of you. And then your team's like, well, now we have all of our damage is gone, and we lose. And that's how it goes. But people still are thinking, and this is like, I'm in gold, so maybe it's a slower thinking thing, that this is a single player game, which is other people on your team or in your game. There's like other NPCs, as you were, that are just there, and that really just irks me when I play and I'm really trying to make sure this is happening, that we get pressure here and pressure there, and oh, you should do this and that. I'm not trying to necessarily be bossy. I'm just trying to say, hey, this is a smart decision. You should maybe go for it. I'm not saying do it, which is what a lot of people think. And of course, when you tell somebody to do something, fuck you is their response. That's it. No, I'm a split push for the next 15 minutes. Godspeed. And you can't ever win games like that, and it's just too many games that I've played where that's just been the case. And sometimes people throw on purpose just because somebody says something bad about them, and that's just the community. But just specifically, I think there's just too many people that think that this game is a single player game with just 9 other random people. That is like, oh, whatever. And you match with one of the random 5 team members on the other team, the other lanes or whatever. You can blame them if you lose the game. It's their fault. They're scapegoats. That's what they're there for, and that's it. If you lose your lane, whatever, it's their fault. And sometimes it's like you lose and you know it, but you just blame it on them anyways. Jungle, whatever. Oh, I lost my lane because you didn't do something because you're supposed to do something. And that's another thing too. When everybody says that I've done my job, no, you haven't. If you're saying stuff like I've done my job, you haven't done your job, because your job is to win. And if you didn't win, you didn't win. You didn't technically do your job. You need to make sure of, well, maybe sometimes of what you need to do, stuff that you need to like just kind of watch pros, learn, do stuff like that. But make sure that you're being the most efficient. It's honestly the most general thing I could say. I'm not a platinum, gold, or platinum thing. This shit doesn't even mean shit, but not like professional challenger or whatever. But I can say that making the most efficient of your time, which honestly I'm still working on. 227 CS in a 46-minute game is not that efficient, and so even though I was full build and it didn't really matter, it's not that efficient, and I just need to work on that. I know things I need to work on, but it's very frustrating when you have those people that just think it's a single player game and just try to win their lane and that's it. There's no roaming, there's no this or that. Even sometimes with roams, even roams will only be to solidify It's like honestly, it's like picking out of the trash almost. You know, you go bot lane, you're like, we know we can win. We're 3v5. You know, it should be 3v5. We go in. I'm like Lux or whatever. I go in. All I gotta do is hit one person, ult them, get a kill, and I can go back to my lane with an extra point to win my lane. That's all I gotta do. There's no dragon or anything, no pushing up the tower. That's pretty much it. Even with objectives, the goal is to get myself stuff so that I can basically win, like by myself. It's like even when you're doing team stuff, you're still thinking about just yourself, and that's what gets away from. Like this is honestly, I feel from an AD carry standpoint, why I kind of get more of this, because at AD carry, you are a lot of the damage. You have a lot of damage, and this is why a lot of times I will opt out of picking Kog'Maw because I may get really fed, but I have no mobility whatsoever. And if like people aren't like watching where I am, I'm dead. I can't. I can position myself to the point where I can stay good, decent out of danger, and my range helps that too. If I mess up and get hit by one Diana Q, I'm gone. Q DFG ult popped, and that's it. And then that goes a lot, and there honestly goes the team fight. That's what shows me that these people don't care about winning the game as much as they do winning for themselves. Get that off. So that's basically my spiel. You know, I think that especially now because AD carries are so dependent on other people. They've always been, but mostly right now that you see that you need your team, but then your team doesn't think they need you, and that's the biggest problem with games recently and like League in general. I mean, even if you don't get raged at or anything, which I rarely get raged at because I have scores. You know, it's funny. That's kind of nice too about being AD carry. If you're doing well and you have this score, people are not gonna rage at you. They're not gonna think it's you the problem. They're gonna think it's like this is the problem or this is the problem. But honestly, there weren't that big of problems anyways. They might think like this is a problem or this is a problem or this is a problem. But that team won. They won, so they don't give a fuck. It's just it's very sad sometimes to play this game because you want to win and you know certain things that can help you win, and you're trying to tell everybody like, hey, we can do this and we can do that. We should do it as a team, and we should make sure that you're keeping me safe. And it's if I feel so what's the word um selfish saying that, but it's true in some cases. Like I'm 16-5, 16, full item build Kog'Maw late game. I'm gonna shred anything that comes at me. I just need to live for more than like 2 seconds. So that's basically what I had to say. Just don't treat this game like a single player game. Treat it like a team game, and don't 1v5, 5v5, and make sure that even when you're getting this or that, you keep in mind you're doing it because you're giving gold to everybody, not just yourself. So don't be selfish. All right, I'm done.